Coming to you from Homebrew Studios, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie,
and John Picarillo.
You start drinking, then you start thinking maybe you could come around. I start singing, band starts ringing, and you know you love the sound. She says I wanna, and you know I'm gonna shake it till the sun goes down. Woo! Oh, rock and roll, shake it on down, shake it to the sound, and oh, rock and roll, shake it on down, shake it to the ground, and oh, rock and roll, shake it on down, shake it all around, and oh.
Welcome to episode 170 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Whew, that was quite an intro there. We're up and running again. Sorry for last week. We missed it.
It's a little quiet.
Is it? I can handle that. Hang on a second.
Bet you can.
Okay.
There we go.
There
That's
we
a
go.
little bit more.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
little bit more like it.
You feeling better?
Yeah, that's better.
Woo! Woo!
Let's see if this still works.
Okay.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
There you go. This is the first podcast at the new residence. So,
The new studio.
yeah,
Is it still Homebrew Studios?
it's still Homebrew Studios. Always will, and always has been, always will be.
Yep. It's first one.
So, if the
Ever.
background looks a little screwy and not quite perfect, it's because we're doing some green screen testing to get proper distances and lighting and stuff. We kind of had to start over again.
Bob calls this guerrilla podcast.
Guerrilla podcasting, which means you just set up and roll, man.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And that's what we're doing. I
Yeah.
wore my hat that I've never worn before.
Is that the girly one you were talking about?
I feel like it's a little girly, but I have it in my arsenal.
I
and
feel
it's
like you're a
kind of
little
like
Amish or something right with it.
Yeah, it's a little different feel for sure.
Yeah.
I think my next one, I want a fedora.
A fedora?
There's a guy at work, and somebody bought him one as a joke. And
Well,
he-
some people, you know that German hat you wear?
Yeah.
Some people might call that a fedora.
Oh, yeah?
It's fedora style.
Oh, I put that under my German hat.
Okay, but that would be close
I
to
agree
a
with you.
fedora.
I agree with you with what you're saying. But the one that I have in mind, there's a coworker that they bought him one. I don't know if he thinks it was a joke or not, but I want to say that because he's like got that monk baldness going on, where it's
Yeah.
just the top, but a little bit. But even his is more pronounced than yours.
Yeah.
He's got it like it looks authentic monk style, and
Does he keep the hair longer?
a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. I'm just lazy. And mine has been, I haven't been able to find shears. So.
Oh yeah, I know. Every time I'm like, hey, Bob has one of those. I'm like, no, he can't find it.
Yeah.
Not right now.
He has it.
See what's not in the vision right here is just
Shit show.
Shit.
Hey everybody, there's a shit cloud coming! Run for your lives!
Trying to get band practice up and running for 2 weeks has been like
Yeah. Yeah.
jumping through hoops to make magic happen. Anyway,
The-
he puts it on every once in a while and he looks good because it covers that whole monk thing. But he puts it on like, haha, I look silly. And to me, I'm like, no, you look good with that thing on. So
Well, number
I want
one,
of those.
you know, you should, like I usually do, keep the hair really tight and short, almost buzz cutty. Then you don't have to worry about it so much.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that's probably on my list. I love my
Fedora.
bowler's hat. I want to wear it every time, but I can't wear the same.
This is my boomstick!
I'm drinking a Finback Oscillation.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Oh yeah, all sorts of things are weird.
All my all Finbacks
weird.
that I've had have been fantastic, and this one I think I never even looked at the numbers on it because I'll tell you what, I don't know what happened last night, but after band practice was done, and I think these had something to do with it.
band practice ended at 9:00. Me and the wife took the band around to show them the house.
Oh, you did? I didn't even know that.
That's because you were just sitting there trying to create a text to someone and you were just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I came back down here. It was probably like almost 9:30. You were just like, you had that look on your face like this when I came down, like like there's a person there. That's Bob. I recognize him. Like everything was like fire, like very like in your head.
I was so confused.
And then I went upstairs and I'm like, you gonna shut everything down? And you're like, yep, I'm gonna shut everything down. The bad thing is we didn't unplug the main plug, so some pedals stayed on all night, which wasn't good.
The new thing, this whole new setup, I have to get used to.
Yeah, well, I told the guys in the band, I said, every week you guys come down here, something is going to be changed.
Oh, it's for sure.
Not sound-wise or made with the band practice area as much, but the surrounding it.
I'm totally torn
Totally torn.
about, because like what we've done to solve.
Holy Testicle Tuesday!
I don't know
What
if the
we've done to
listeners-
solve what?
I don't know if the listeners have any idea of what we've gone through, but we've gone from 4,000 plus
4,200 square foot house.
right, into a
2,600 square foot house.
which was the plan. We knew
Yep.
that was the plan, and we're also in a more rural neighborhood where the old house was.
We're in a
I would
we're in
call
the
it-
burbs,
I
man.
would call it country.
We're back in my home.
And everything has been a huge plus, except that we haven't gone full out live band practice.
Well, number one is
with acoustic drums,
we
and
will-
amps, and everything.
We're never going to go that far. We're never going to go that far.
Well, I got interested. I was thinking about it the other night when you were talking about that. If you can't eliminate the amps because the headphones will never keep up with the acoustic drums.
Sure they will.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of the racket, well, that's what I think Greg and Tom were getting to the point. Like, I had my beats on this week, and they were great. And I think that'll take care of everything when I had the beats on.
So we're in this crazy
Because
transition.
I barely had my volume up a quarter on my pack. So I got 3/4 to go. You know what I mean?
See, I was kind of cranked on the electrics, but I'm using electric drums, which is really fun for me, and a great option to not make a lot of noise, and you can play them at night and all of that kind of fun stuff. And now we're doing it with the full band setup, and basically the only noise we make are people singing and a little tapping from the, like me playing.
Greg heard it. Great. One of Greg's headphones fell out of his ear. He said he just had to laugh because it's just like singing and.
It's weird. It's all new to
We'll be back
most of us. Anyway.
in the next couple of weeks. We'll have you back up to live drums.
Well, you keep saying about the windows. You got to get the stuff, whatever we're going to put in for the good stuff, the soundproofing that we need.
I'm waiting for us to get. You're here at a normal time on two evenings, and one of them is band practice.
Yeah.
So and we have band practice again on Monday. So I don't know. Maybe next Wednesday, me and you were going to take a ride down to Lowe's and get some.
They have that stuff?
What?
Soundproofing?
Let's just do what we did with the door.
Yeah, but it never worked. I was thinking at this place we were going to be using some high tech.
Why didn't it work at the other place? It absolutely did work.
The drum room door.
The drum room door worked. The problem is the other parts weren't soundproof. They didn't have any. There wasn't anything except for chipboard around that room. So of course it was going to be loud.
That was a concrete box except for the one wall. Then we built a massive door.
2 walls. Two walls. Yeah, and I know. And where was the sound? And the soundproofing was just at the door. That was it.
Well, that's what I mean. Until everything's done, we're going to get the cops called on us at some point. It's gonna happen. because it's not just your neighbors that are going to hear us once we go full on.
I understand that.
I'm as excited as I am nervous to find out what happens when we let
What's
it
the
rip.
worst that happens? They come and, you know what I mean?
And we're going to have the same struggles, right? Because we're in a new room with new acoustics. The whole thing is going to be crazy for a year.
Well, no, it's not. He's overreacting.
The thing that I've been telling the guys, and Bob's like, don't worry. We've got our next gig is October. We've got 2 gigs in October, which is now 8 practices away, basically. And with the electric drums, I'm like this. Mm-hmm. And if you're not watching, that's me doing fairy hands, not working real hard. And with the acoustics, I'm smashing. You know what I mean? So for 2 sets on an acoustic set, it requires endurance and conditioning.
So what's the problem?
I'm losing it every week by not having it.
Yeah, and you're going to gain it every week when you have it, which will be in the next couple of
It
weeks.
makes me so nervous.
I don't know why you're so freaking
I like,
nervous
I
about.
like crushing. I'm like crushing. The biggest difference is with the electrics, I can barely hit them, and the sound is about the same.
Yeah.
As long as I hit them, it's the same volume. On the drums, whether the audience hears it or not really depends on how hard I hit things. You know what I mean?
I just want to get the windows done.
I
And,
understand all of the barriers.
And also
I get it.
because those windows let in a lot of heat, which means they're going to let in a lot of cold during the winter time. He's going.
I'm afraid to move too much because the new.
Well, that didn't solve anything. Guess I'll just go out and get hammered.
We're changing the green screen thing, and it's in the middle of the process. It's not final, and I'm afraid if I move too close to it, I'm going to just tear it right down.
Tear it on now.
Because it's like hanging from the drop ceiling, basically. That's what's holding it up right now. No, I'm afraid to touch anything. It scares the shit out of me.
Oh.
Houston, we have a problem.
Anyway, one thing that I've never done on the show that I'm allowed to do now.
Oh, because your child knows now. Is that what it was all about?
I've been hiding my vapor from the child.
You'll be fine with the acoustic drums. We do the windows, and then if we get the cops call, then we just go to another round of some soundproofing, which will be
I know you're
putting
You're less worried about it than I am.
putting some sound absorption
'Cause
around the
usually
drums.
I'm the problem. The drums are
You're going to be the problem, but here's the thing: is
being the problem child is very difficult.
Since when are you not into finding solutions for problems?
I love solutions.
All right. Well, that's all it is. It's just a problem that needs a solution. You know what I mean?
I just haven't been. I mean, where we were in the country, nobody.
Yeah, we didn't give a
nobody
fuck.
could hear us. No, we could do.
But it was kind
anything
of,
we wanted to.
but we were thinking about eliminating the amps and going all through the board at that point too, because it was getting so loud.
Right.
You know, you're bouncing music in a small area around. You got sound going, everywhere.
We got a smaller area now.
Yeah, but we got to put, I got to get some sound deadening things that's not soundproof, but it deadens the room, which means that sound doesn't carry and it absorbs sound.
Oh, hey, I know something I want to talk about.
Oh boy. Well, hold on a second.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And go check us out on 151online.com for all your 150, for all your rock and roll needs, I should say. Go out and buy our album. It's up on iTunes, Amazon, anywhere you can get digital music, and some CDs too. Go to our website; you can find it there, digitally and CDs.
Write all those down because that's what we need to do. My cheat sheet should have all of the places because there's a couple like Spotify I don't even think of.
Yeah, it's streaming. We're streaming on Spotify. I think we're on Pandora too, if I'm not mistaken.
so?
I don't. Yeah, I think so.
That's that's a
There's a
to-do
lot,
list
yeah.
item right there. So we got to write all that down.
You just have to call Greg.
Well, that's why it's not that easy. But
Call Greg.
should be able to.
Sounds like a job for a suck machine.
How'd you know my high school nickname?
Sorry, Greg.
Oh, so one of the challenges we've had is a
Are you doing what I think you're doing?
what?
Are you?
What are you thinking?
Are you without? I'm not spilling any cookies here. Are you doing what I think you're doing
I think so.
in the podcast? Really?
Well, some people need to learn some people's schedules. You know what I mean?
Man, you got to knock that shit off during.
But there is no schedule right now. You know what I mean? It's all fucked up with the move. I have been completely fucked up.
Well, you should be able to say, I'm going to put that on hold for an hour.
It's the idea.
Yeah.
That's what
Well, just say it.
I did. Podcasting. That was the words I used.
Good. Shut the fuck up. We're podcasting, goddammit.
That's it. That's all. Jiminy Christmas.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, so if
the funniest thing
Okay, go ahead.
this week that's changed for the band is pretty much from day one, because we've got some Apple phone users and non-Apple phone users. So our
One.
group texting, it's Tom the only one.
Tom's the only one.
See, I wasn't sure about Chris. But
No, Chris was Apple
So we
too.
have one non-Apple.
Tom.
And I used to have issues not getting texts with the group. And even though, like, when I'm talking to my daughter, I call the band the girls. Because over the weekend, especially in the summer, I go up to the lake and I don't get the texts. And when I get back, my phone just blows up. Easily 100 text messages over the weekend.
Summer, though, is a lot lighter than the winter.
And believe me, I know I can turn it off, but some of it is worthless information.
Some of it's just goofy shit.
But some of it is so funny, I don't want to miss it. So I have to check it out. It's ridiculous.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot.
So finally, Tom gets fucked. And he's missing a bunch of shit that's going on.
No, he's not missing it.
Oh, his shit wasn't coming through.
His gifts, some of his photos that he sent weren't people. Couple people would get it, couple people wouldn't get it. So you get suddenly I just get a reaction of laugh out loud or ha 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 from Chris or Greg or something, and you'd be like, "What the fuck is that? What are they laughing at?" And so
yeah, exactly. It happening all the time.
Yes,
Totally.
so it's like, did I miss something? And then and then randomly, but Tom's texts were coming through. His regular text was coming through, and he'd be like, "Fuck, goddamn it," you know. But then Greg would text what the picture or whatever that Tom sent, and we'd get him. Oh, okay,
yeah.
And it was something was getting really goofy and fucked up.
So Tom took it upon himself to create a message board through
Facebook Messenger,
right? Through and ever since then,
and it gave us more stuff to do goofy shit with.
It gave us superpowers, actually, because not only does everybody get everything, you also
can change the group name.
Change the name of the group, and anybody in the group can change
do it.
Yeah.
So
And
daily
in the group can change the name of the people who are in the group.
Yeah.
So just that alone has been fucking ridiculous.
Like the name
Let me
change
check,
of our
'cause I don't know what it is right now.
the group of our name changes literally sometimes hourly.
There you go. It's brand new. I can't even see the whole thing, actually.
Yeah, you can if you.
No, it's brand new. No,
you go to the top. See the top? You just press the top.
I did. It's so long I can't read it all.
Oh shit!
It changes all they change it all the time. It's fucking hilarious. The last one before whatever.
Oh, here it is. Enlightenment through fart smelling with 151.
That's awesome. Ridiculous. There's been a lot of anal bleaching.
That was the one before.
151?
That was the group name before. Anal bleaching
Yeah.
with 151.
Like an hour ago. It was anal
Like all
bleaching.
day, most of the day, yeah. And Tom has nicknamed himself Clitoral Exploration Specialist.
I reference him as CES. That's what that's what I thanks,
Greg
CES.
has gone to 3D Greg because we have Flat Greg that shows
Right.
up on the show
Shows
sometimes.
Whenever Greg's out of town.
Let me see. I think I did John's name because John he had you as something, and I'm like, well, if we can change other people's.
Yeah. You,
Oh no, I didn't.
I didn't think I had one.
Yeah,
You
you.
can't tell when I'm looking.
Well, you can't because I can't see mine.
That's what I mean. I can't see my.
You are Helmet the Pussy Conqueror.
Oh, fantastic.
John, no, that's the one I think Tom gave you or whatever. And mine is Ass Man. I went short and sweet.
Yeah, you're the only one with one.
That's
one word.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chris. What was Chris's?
Yeah. Chris has just been
Hang on a second.
upgraded as of today.
Chris's is Escort Disposal Specialist.
And Tom is.
I said that.
Something-
Clitor. I said that.
Oh yeah,
No.
but the one before it was funnier. He
Oh.
named himself something
You
ridiculous.
can't see what they were before.
Something. Some donut cream.
Oh,
face or
yes,
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like hanging out with a bunch of teenage boys.
It's fun as
But
shit.
we make ourselves laugh like you wouldn't even believe.
Yeah.
Every single.
Well,
The names of all of these things sometimes change multiple times in one day, and it's
yeah.
hilarious. Every single change.
Yeah.
That's why missing them. What a shame. So I won't. I don't
Yeah.
now. Up at the lake, I got Wi-Fi. I get everything.
well, I can show you later how to change your nickname.
I saw it.
Oh,
I
you
figured
did?
it out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of like. I like what I got. That's the only thing is I don't.
I think
don't
Tom-
feel like anybody
I-
lets it
Tom
sit for a while.
I think Tom did the nicknames right off the rip just to give us ones. You know what I mean? And then obviously when he told us, everybody was like,
I
suddenly
like
the new
everything
ones
to
popped up.
simmer for a little while. Like even the names, they're so good. Why do you have to change them every day? I don't know if we're going to have enough to be that great every day.
Sure.
Some are so good.
Some of the shit we come up with, yeah, we could.
So good. We are hilarious. I honestly said, because Bob and I were worried about the podcast because with the move and the temporary shit and everything, if you could listen to our band practice, I'm sure you would be
Oh,
entertained.
and by the way, but our Buzzsprout numbers went crazy for the podcast from 2 weeks ago. The last podcast, which was 2 weeks ago,
Oh, yeah?
we got like Australia, Netherlands, France, England.
Maybe it was my hat.
The countries were off the chart. It was
yeah?
ridiculous. Yeah, I'll show it to you afterwards. It was crazy.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, on Facebook, I really find a lot of people. Hey, Rachel, not so long ago, put out a thing on Facebook. Hey, any podcasts worth listening to?
I talked to her today. Yeah, she's listening because she's trying to do 2 workouts a day, and she said she was going to catch up on some of ours.
Podcasts are cool.
Yeah.
You can
Oh yeah,
find one that you dig and catch up on stuff. And
I listen to a bunch. During the summer, it's hard to get Stern on Sirius XM because he's on vacation all the fucking time.
yeah,
So
that's the best thing for us. Like
so
other stuff, smaller things.
so I have another show on Sirius that I on Faction Talk in the morning. It's the Jim and Sam show. The comedian Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, who does a whole bunch of wrestling stuff or whatever, like podcasts and stuff like that.
Well, one of them you were listening to for a while. It was who he used to do. Well, he's in Fozzy.
Oh, Jericho. I still listen to Jericho's podcast. But this wasn't a podcast. This is on Sirius XM. On the Faction Talk station.
Yeah, I don't do that.
So if I don't do them
Hearing you
and
complain
Howard's
about
off,
how often Howard's on vacation,
it's the summer. It gets ridiculous.
makes me not want to do it.
But then I either have audio books or
I do miss listening to Howard. But
I either have audio books or I go to podcasts that I listen to.
I haven't found a good audiobook in a long time.
I just finished one.
Is Bruce's on audio?
Yeah, that's how I listen to. Yeah, I listen to it.
Does he do it? Does he narrate?
Yes,
it?
he narrates it.
I might listen to that.
Yes, Mr. Dickinson.
You gotta get me into it.
I can do that.
Shut your mouth, John.
What?
I was gonna.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I was gonna say you got to get me on one of the projects here, and then I can just listen.
Oh.
Just do it.
Yeah, but I just listened to David Spade. I guess his first book did so well on Audible, except he goes, I didn't want to write another book. So he goes, it's a lot of work.
I kind of
So-
want to write a book, but
so
I feel
they,
like you need something to.
Well, what they
Back it
did
up.
was he just kind of came in and he did. Audible is now doing just Audible books, meaning you can't get them in print. They never go to print.
Really?
Yeah. So in a way, it's kind of like a long podcast book.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
And he was on Howard talking about it, and he's like, yeah, I just didn't want to do the book part of it. So he just went in and he goes, I did most of it off the cuff. Like I was reading a book, but it was just off the cuff. So he did the whole thing, and I listened to it. It was great. Loved it. Funny as shit.
I got to do. Last time I got into ebooks. Is that the?
No, ebooks is just getting it to your iPad or your Kindle or something.
No, I don't do that. No.
There's Audible books.
Audible books.
Yeah.
The Brian Johnson one was fantastic.
That was, yeah.
I really enjoyed. that one.
There was a great rip of ones there. It was like a lot of rock ones, a lot of rock by Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, Sammy. Yep.
Paul and Gene's books were great on there.
I listened to those. Yep.
There was I can't even think of all of them. They were such good. I mean, I've listened to even more. I've listened to 2 Springsteen books. I've listened to
might be time for one of those.
Yeah, I've listened to Eric Clapton, the Eric Clapton book, Pete Townsend, Rod Stewart. It's such great stuff. Such awesome rock stuff.
Might be time to catch up.
Yeah.
I could use a good.
I listened to a couple of Jericho's books on there. Oh, yeah. I just got such a ton. I've got a backlog of stuff.
This might be one of the few video podcasts without Gene up front there.
No, we didn't have Gene the last couple of ones at the house. After we reset, we didn't have Gene up.
Oh, no?
Maybe the last couple we did, but
he
missed a bunch.
What? Remember the ones we did on the long table after we packed up? And
Yeah, we didn't have Gene then.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's been kind of a staple.
He'll be back.
I'm sure. I see the box. No, I don't. That's the bust one. That's the big one.
Oh yeah, no, that's
That's not the one that goes over here.
No,
You've
no.
got a bigger Gene if you want.
No, I've got the 3. I have the other 3 too.
That one you won't share for the podcast.
No, I'm not going to put that up on the pie. If you put all 4 of them up here, you wouldn't see us. They're like this tall. They come up to like here on the table.
That's funny. Hazy Little Thing IPA by Sierra Nevada is one of my go-tos. Like reasonable price, good IPA you can get in the market. That's what I got right now, and it's good.
Good in the market.
It's funny. Dylan brought some of these. He's still the main go-to is like more like a Coors or a Coors. He bought like a big one, big 30-pack of Coors for his go-to, but he's kind of doing the same thing. He brings a couple really good beers, and then for the you spend a lot of time on the boat. You got to have something you can throw back.
Yeah.
This one I can sip on.
It's funny because I have a feeling we're going to end up having a lot more drop-in guests in the podcast since we've moved.
Oh, you bet your fucking ass we're gonna.
Because everybody is so
Everybody comes
close.
here.
You know what it is?
We're back in our
You know what I feel
hometown.
like? You know what I feel like? I feel like it's like having a show on the East Coast And now we've moved to the West Coast in
Yeah.
the middle of Hollywood, so we can have people dropping in all the time.
Everybody, yeah, everybody's local now.
Yeah. Loco. They're loco, too.
Well, let's forget. There's only like 3 major weekends of summer left.
Yeah.
Like kids are already talking about going to school pretty soon.
I think some kids in some states on Florida and stuff, they're back
some
at
states
school.
are already. Yep.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't give up on summer, but it's coming.
Well, for us, it was... Wasn't it always the weekend, right? It was always the week after Labor Day, right? We never went the week before Labor Day.
No, they go right after Labor Day now. It's like Labor Day happens, and then they go on like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, we did that though too, didn't we?
I don't know.
I thought we went like Wednesday or Thursday. Like
I
we
guess.
hit
I
that
guess.
week.
I guess that was it. That was it. That was
Yeah.
the mark.
Yeah.
Labor Day was the last weekend of summer.
Yeah, because we never went through another
Yeah,
weekend.
because they're there like Tuesday.
Yeah, because that was it. Like you had to go home Labor Day. Like
I
if
love
I was up
summer
at
so much, it's not even funny, and it goes so fast, it's not even funny.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
I got on a rip the other day with a bit from it, and I don't know how I got led into it, but it was the bit with the, how could I pile any more shit on this? Woo! No, that's not it.
I might be able to pull that up.
It's got to be somewhere.
Talk funny, man.
It was like it was something. It was like I have 2. He doesn't say use. That's not part of that one. I have 2 kids. 2 innocent kids. Innocent.
You'll find out in a second.
I know. And then
I swear to God, I do not need this right now, okay? I got a judge that's just aching to throw me in jail. An idiot who wants to fight me for $200. Slaughtered pigs. Giant loud whistles.
One of my favorite
I
parts.
ain't slept in 5 days. I got no money, a dress code problem, and a little murder case, which in the balance holds the lives of 2 innocent kids. Not to mention your biological clock, my career, your life, our marriage, and let me see, what else could we pile on? Is there any more shit we could pile on to the top of the outcome of this case? Is it possible?
You know why John laughs at that? Because in his head, he's not in his head. He has literally seen me flip out like that to Lynn
I have
a few
lived
hundred times.
that situation.
I think everybody has.
And the other day at work, it came up. You know what I mean? And I tore up the room because I had it. It all just flowed somehow. It was all there. I had it all there. It was, and people were fucking dying.
Oh, you did that exact thing?
Yeah, I was on fire. I had it all right there. Oh, it was awesome.
To mention your biological clock. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think we have to do something. We're about at that point. Do we have to do it? Yeah,
Yep.
we have to do it.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
I think you're all fucked in the head. We're 10 hours from the fucking fun park and you want to bail out. Well, I'll tell you something. This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun. I'm going to have fun and you're going to have fun. We're all going to have so much fucking fun we'll need plastic surgery to remove our goddamn smiles. You'll be whistling zippity-doo-dah out of your assholes. I got to be crazy. I'm on a pilgrimage to see a moose. Praise Marty Moose. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube page and our YouTube channel and our Facebook page.
Sounds like you have a dick in your mouth.
And on our YouTube I want to say YouTube page, and on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. You can go to 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. Go check out our album that is up. It's on Amazon, iTunes, streaming on Spotify, I believe Pandora, and just anywhere you can get music, or go to the website 151online.com to pick it up today. I think that covered that.
I think you got it all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to write one out so I can repeat it constantly.
You don't have any notes. That's pretty good.
Back goes Serrano. He'll need a rocket up his ass to catch this one.
Exactly.
You're good at that, though.
What?
Like, once you get certain things, it's like just embedded.
Yeah, it's repetition.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom.
Me, I need notes because one day it's there, and one day it's gone.
If I get repetition, I'm good to go.
I know.
You know.
I know. That's what I've noticed. Like, with this pause in practice, you're like, fucking.
Oh, yeah. I lost a lot.
You're like, no.
Some of the new stuff we learned right before the whole move,
yeah,
like some of the new songs, I know it's there, and I could probably, and I can figure out parts just by noodling a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, now I remember it, but I can't do that in the middle of the fucking song. So yeah, no, practice is on Monday. I got to sit down Monday morning down here and just be like, and just wrap my head around it.
It was funny. I was talking to Phil. You know what's funny about talking to Phil, actually, is he's always got an excuse to get off the phone with me, where I'm the last person you need an excuse to get off the phone with me. I'm like, you could basically say, I'm done with this conversation. I'm like, okay, good night.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm done. And he's like, okay, dude, I got to go, and I got to practice because we got practice Sunday, and I got 2 songs to learn. And I'm like, you could have just said, I got to go.
You're preaching to the choir.
But anyway, that's being in a band.
Yeah.
A lot of people maybe they don't get that.
Part of it
but you have to like spend your own time to figure out the songs that the band wants you to play. You know what I mean? It's a big part of what we do.
I think Phil doesn't enjoy it because he's not working with the right band. Like, we enjoy it because we don't pick crazy hard songs. I mean, it's not like we're picking like.
Now I disagree with you on that. I think that the reason why this band works so well is because we have so much fucking fun with everything. With the bullshit texting.
I'm agreeing with that.
All of the music that we choose.
Yeah.
And like we started doing the round robin thing, and I was scared.
Where everybody picks 2 songs a week to learn. And unless somebody really can't stand or really disagrees, we haven't had a veto come our way.
The rule needs to be that the audience would know the song.
Yeah, that's the one rule. So like rule. I can't be going and saying I want to do Spit by Kiss,
right?
And everybody look at me like, huh?
No Spit, and nobody else would know.
Yeah, yes, you had to be able to. You have to be able. A good portion of the audience has to be able to know what you're playing,
right?
Or else you get.
It's got to be worth learning, because if we can't play it out,
unless
it's not really worth.
Unless we get a spur of the moment guilty pleasure song that everybody's on board with, which we have done with.
She's Tight.
She's Tight, where everybody was like, "Yes, let's just play that song."
But we just feel it's a good enough song that even if people don't know,
it's just
they'll still dig it.
And we have fun.
Dig it. Yeah.
It's our one song. When we've done smaller gigs that we've only played like a set or something like that, we have taken it out because there's more important songs for people to know to put in there. But if we're doing our usual full 3 sets or 2 longer sets, we'll stick it in there. Why not?
I mean, Phil ran into it. He's run into it now. I don't know.
Oh, really?
No, I'm saying as far as.
Well, the problem is I think
cohesion. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's one of the biggest battles with a band. I've always said it from day one. A band is like a marriage, but you're talking about multiple people. Everybody, you got to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
To have a group of people that are on the same page is rare.
I look at it this way.
It's not an easy thing.
I look at it this way. There's usually
we have a great bunch of guys.
There's usually one person who starts the band whose vision the band is. Okay? In this case, I guess it's more me and you since we were the first two to from the get-go. You know what I mean?
Are we the seed?
I guess we're the seed. You know what I mean?
All
Yeah,
right.
because everybody came afterwards.
Right.
So I guess we're the one to do that. But it was probably even more my vision, and you probably and what I told you what I wanted to do. You were like, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. So you had a shared vision with it.
Yeah.
On board with it. And I was just
and
doing
we worked a lot of years to even get close to that.
Yeah. And we've just found people that have jumped on board and been on board with this vision of what we want to do with the band.
Right.
Mike joined, but Mike fell off because after a while he didn't get he lost.
Well, I don't think he ever had the same vision. He likes playing.
Yeah.
Which musicians
He didn't
like to
mind
play.
being on board with the Mike wanted to do his own thing on the side, and he wanted to play rock cover tunes. So that we were like, yeah, we're in. Well, so a lot of people look at it and always tell me, well, it's your band, just because I do a lot of organizing and stuff like that. And I don't look at it as my band. It's not Bob's band. It's 151. Everybody's got a
our
piece.
band.
Everybody's got a piece.
It's our band.
You know what I mean?
We have such great guys that do everybody.
But I think
I was
think
thinking
what
about
Phil
it
I
today.
think some other bands, and I've experienced it myself, and Phil's going through it. There's two people that are just like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And you don't have a choice. You're going to learn it. And we're not like that. We go through our arguments sometimes of what we want to play in something. Sometimes we protest.
Right.
But usually they get figured out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Usually they get figured out. We haven't come up with one that it was so bad that was like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one of the people in the argument haven't gone like, it's not that important to me. You know what I mean? But if everybody, you know what I mean? But I don't try to do it that way. I just like, we started the vision and we kind of, here's the vision, and the other people have joined in and like what we're doing and want to share in it. And I think when we found those people in Tom and Greg and Chris, it wasn't like, oh, well, you guys are under the thumb of what to do. No, it's kind of, I feel it's like, it's more like, no, open it up. We
love spending time with those guys.
And by the way, we always tried
We
to
don't ever get tired of bullshitting after band practice either.
we always try to do that. We always tried to do that with Mike, and he just wouldn't.
He was not an open book.
We gave him freedom to do things, to come up with ideas, to everything like that, and he just was like, meh, I'll just do whatever you're doing type of thing. Whatever, I'm cool. And it was kind of like, oh, no, we're giving you the room. You know what I mean? And we've given these other guys that room to do what they want to do and throw ideas into the bin and mix it all up and everything, and it's turned out great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
my mind was spinning off into like.
I hope that for this album that we put out, a lot of the songwriting I did. But we had a lot of songs when they came in. You know what I mean? We had some songs even when Tom came in. And that's just my nature. When we're warming up and playing, I'm always diddling and coming up with stuff and everything else. But the last song we did on the album, When the Knife Goes In, I thought was great because I had the main riff. Greg had taken a title that I had named another song and wrote some lyrics over it, and I needed a chorus, and instantly Chris came up with this chorus and just went, and I was just like, great. And that was the chorus. And it's like, oh, there it is. Everything just kind of fell into fucking place.
Do you have that available?
No, this podcast doesn't do well with audio. I have to fix our intro because I notice volume level problems with that, we have to pay more money to get to higher quality audio,
It's always money.
music audio. You know what I mean?
More money.
Yeah. So if we were going to be a solely music podcast, I would say let's put some more money into it.
You
But
can't do a low quality one?
it's not going to sound good. It's going to sound crap.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want that.
No. And matter of fact, if you want to go listen to it, go buy it on iTunes or
Well, yeah, we spent a lot of time
other
and
place.
money to make
Yeah.
it a good
if you want to hear when the knife goes in,
good audio, yeah.
go buy it. It's a good buy. You'll like it. You'll like it. It's a good listen.
I believe
Listen.
that. Yeah, that's true.
But I'm hoping.
151.
I'm not hoping. I think it's going to happen. Is that there's the songs
website is 151online.com.
line.com. Yeah. I'm hoping. I'm not hoping.
Because I don't think the Google search does it justice.
Yeah, well, it'll come up. Absolutely.
You would not. I don't know about without the 151 online part. Like I don't think.
Oh,
if you
okay.
type in 151, you're going to get Bacardi.
Yeah, no.
I think
Go to 151online.com. That's where that you can find. You can find S anywhere from there.
I'm checking right now to make sure that's true.
What?
If I search Google 151.com.
Online.com.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. You have to put 151online.com.
Yeah. Well, because
I
couldn't
bitched to you about it.
We
but
couldn't do 151
because Bacardi owned it.
Yeah. So what was the next thing? Well, I remember that Kiss's official website is kissonline.com because obviously they couldn't have kiss.com because there's a lot of stuff to do with kissing and Kiss and everything.
Oh, I'm sure.
So they went to kissonline.com and I was like, well, why can't we do the same thing? 151online.com.
Yes, 151online.com brings you right to our website.
Yeah, but anyway, the next bit of original music that we end up putting out, I think, is going to grow more and more, and you're going to see a lot more of a different writing thing. Other people putting into it more. You know what I mean? Like I'm in no way, shape, or form going to be sitting here going like, that's not my idea. I don't like it. No, I'm just like, yeah, come on, get in there, throw some stuff around. You know what I mean? I like that. That's all the better.
I'm actually really enjoying the eclectic choices that we have been
In the round robin.
Yeah, in the round robin.
Yeah.
I do like it.
I gotta say, Tom's are not my favorite. But that's just because the genre he's picking from is not my genre, and you're gonna drip right on the back side of that.
Right there.
Yep. He likes the more 90s alternative.
I usually would agree with you, but his last two I dig. I really dig his last two.
His last two, I'm having trouble with them, but I'll learn them.
I know,
and I will play them to my fullest. But
I like them. I like those. I really like those. That's
I
what it kind of opened
his first
my eyes
two,
to some of my choices.
His first two, I was a lot better. I like both. I love both those songs, which was Vaseline by STP and Slither by.
Those are great choices. They're fucking great songs.
Yeah, I love those. No, I was on board with that.
Yeah.
These last two, I don't even know who are they that do the songs.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
One of them's Collective Soul.
I can tell you. Yeah.
And the other one is
I'm
who?
a big fan of.
I don't like Collective
I know you're not, but I'm a big fan anyway. Playlist, here we go. Next week. Blackwater, Meat Puppets.
I never even heard of the Meat
But that song is good. It's a good song. And the other one is Heavy by Collective Soul.
Yeah.
And those two, I'll
learn them.
I'm fans
I have no
of those songs. I enjoy not only listening to them.
Put it this way. Let's put it this way.
We haven't even played them yet.
They
I can't wait.
They in no way, shape, or form rub me or bother me the wrong way where I would think of objecting to playing them. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly fine with playing them. They're just going to take a little bit more work from me because it's going to be harder for me to get them down. But I'm up for it. It'll get done. But as we were back to saying is, I think that's another. I think Phil is having a little bit of politics issues in the band. There's other politics going on, and he's just like he just wants to play. You know
I think that's what spun this conversation out of control. Is like you don't know how hard it is to be cool with 5 other people,
4 other people, or 3 other people, or whatever
the case may be. And, and like the music that you're playing,
we hit jackpot.
Being creative. The music that you're playing, it's so hard.
Yeah.
And I love the band that I'm in right now.
We hit a jackpot. One of the best things that Mike ever did was tell us he was quitting because we found Greg and Chris literally within a week of each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Within a couple of weeks with each other.
Believe me, folks.
Yeah.
I'm a huge believer in destiny. Just saying. Bob's so
Oh, my muffins are ready.
I'm so what?
Not spiritual at all.
I gather and I kneel down upon the altar of rock and roll.
Okay, that's good.
That's my spiritual.
That's okay. That's good.
A good fucking chorus will fucking that's like God touching me. You know.
All right. Yeah. Well,
I belong to the Church of Rock and Roll. How's that?
I like that, Bob. I don't have any problem with that. I like that.
And I go to church every week for 2 hours right over there.
I like that. I like your philosophy. I'm totally cool with that.
And when we play out, everybody should come and enjoy and come and feel the spiritual grooves of 151.
That's right. That's very good.
The Church of 151.
I agree. I'm with you. That's good.
Matter of fact,
I am with you.
I think tomorrow morning I might just make our new message thing that the Church of 151. Our group.
That's good. See how long it lasts. I think that's going to be the winner. Is like whatever stays there the longest is going to be. Everybody loves that.
I just after a while I'm just like, oh, I get time to do that all the time.
No, it's a lot of work.
It is.
It's a lot of work for a message group.
Yes, it is. It really is. All right, I think we need to do this and then get out of here.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
Woo! And then our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And go to 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. And go check out our debut album on there, too, 151. Go check it out on iTunes. Check it out on Amazon. Stream it on Spotify. Maybe we're on Pandora. Maybe we're not. But if you need to find us, go to the website, 151online.com, and you can find from there. You can find us everywhere, wherever
Get the
we're
music
at.
And our gigs.
Videos, gigs. Read up on our bios. How stupid asses we are.
I think we'll.
Holy Testicle Tuesday!
I think eventually we're gonna have a store because we've got a bunch of cool shit that we love.
Yes,
our own shit.
Chris got guitar picks.
Yeah.
Greg got hats. We all got stickers together.
Yeah, I think
we got shirts.
We'll have a store for sure.
Yeah.
I have my 151 hat. I wear all winter long. It's the best.
I think me and you are the only ones that are pictured on the album cover, on the back of the inside cover, wearing them.
Yeah. No,
I wore it for a whole gig.
Yeah, it's
all the
great.
pictures that Samantha took
good
at the Glove. I took.
Yeah.
I was wearing it.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Stuff.
I swear to God, I do not need this right now, okay? I got a judge that's just aching to throw me in jail. An idiot who wants to fight me for $200. Slaughtered pigs. Giant loud whistles. I ain't slept in 5 days. I got no money, a dress code problem, and a little murder case, which in the balance holds the lives of 2 innocent kids. Not to mention your biological clock, my career, your life, our marriage, and let me see, what else could we pile on? Is there any more shit we could pile on to the top of the outcome of this case? Is it possible?
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much. Chico!
You are creepy as shit.